Hello, welcome to the 800 tier list. This time I actually did test every car, so it will be 100% accurate. Sorry about last time's hyperbole. Anyway,
here's the cars of all time.
All of these cars have extremely balanced performances and are fun to drive, but they're almost bottom tier. Cyan is bad for its price, and being in 800 doesn't make a difference. What makes this even worse is that it's supposed to be a better carbon, but those are 2 tiers up. I refuse to put the Microbus in bottom tier. The Stallion, Stallion 500, and Stallion 350 are basically the same car, but the 500 has better power and worse handling. The Stallion lost its oversteer this update, and it will be missed. And the Vulture and Zen 4 are both straight-line speed cars, with the Vulture having more oversteer. Ooh. These two are basic straight-line speed cars, though I'm unsure if the RS is faster due to the difference in score. Apex has a ton of body roll and oversteer, but it's very fun to drive these boats. Cavallo Trofeo is only slightly better on twisty tracks than the other Cavallos, but it's definitely worse on the straights, which is why it's here. Civil is fast accelerating, and has great handling. Unfortunately, that doesn't put it any higher. Zen 3 and Super 5 are pretty much identical, being all-rounders. The S35 is a lively track monster, but it falls behind in its top speed. And, finally, the 977 is, quote, a good car. The Yaska can only be 800 with an i6 or V8, and it's pathetic how slow this car is considering it's the fastest in the game when maxed. Only use this on circuit tracks, as any kind of straightaway will ruin your day. Carbon is fast accelerating and has a decent top speed, but it feels like a boat. Also the Cavallo is basically identical to the Carbon, so just pick whichever one looks nicer. Comet RS has better handling than most players show off, and it has the speed to back that up. Cruiser and Interceptor are both shockingly fast, taking up the 4th spot overall. Laretsu isn't that bad engine swapped, unlike the other hypercars, and combined with its great handling it's no wonder Fabi Ubu had won for 400. Turbo S is somehow terrible for straight line speed in this class, but its handling saves it from moving down a tier. The Odin, yes, I fixed the image this time, is the complete opposite on the other hand, and it's here despite handling like a wagon. By the way, the wagon can't get into this class at all. Its max score is only 600. The 3 Stratuses are great all-rounders, and prove to be reliable in every class still. And finally, Tiger and Super 4 are both cars with great handling, but since I'm poor I can't test the Super 4, so it's purely speculation. It might be down a tier, though, so be careful. Exotica is the fastest car in this class by far. The next fastest is more than 2 seconds behind in total, which is crazy considering I thought this car was terrible back then. It just goes to show that most players lack skill. The Aero 1 is very slow in straight line speed, but it's the fastest on race circuit of all the cars because of its crazy handling. Carbon RS impressed me, getting all the way into meta. Seems like the rumors back in the day were true about its potential. It's got less top speed than the regular Carbon, but has better handling and acceleration. Here's this car again, and the Stirs and ST3 are cars for the twisty tracks. You might be wondering why the Exotica isn't in its own tier, and that's mostly because of organization. The other cars can keep up with it and even surpass it, on twistier tracks, though. Anyway, that's all. Oh, wait, I forgot something. The worst cars in 800. Here's the contenders again, and the electrics. And then there's the Nightline S34 and Roadster. The S34 almost got away with being in the blue tier, but since it's even worse than the Blip R, I just didn't bother. Well, that was short. Anyway, to anyone who has the Carbon RS and Exotica, you're back in the metagame. See you next time.